Hey. Welcome back, everyone.
Oh, it's done.
It is done. Welcome back to the Sispatch with
Bevin.
and Jasmine. Happy Sispatch Day.
Happy Sispatch. Happy Sispatch. Happy Sispatch Day.
Okay. Oh, it was the ending for me that really made it.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh my gosh. Welcome back to another episode of the Sispatch. How are you, sis?
I'm doing so good.
Are you?
I mean, okay. The past couple days I have not been doing good. Parents are still in Philippines.
Okay.
And so
Yeah,
just spiraling a little bit.
Slightly spiraling.
Yeah, but some new news
Okay.
is that I didn't know it because he surprised me last week. So when we had recorded, I had no idea of like what was in store for me in my life.
Okay.
Thomas now works from home every Thursday and Friday. So it's just the best. Tomorrow he's gonna be here. And I'm just so happy to have my bestie home with me.
Oh, congratulations, Thomas. I don't know if he can hear me, but congrats, Tomas.
He has his headphones on. He's eating. He has his headphones on.
He's like, I gotta be
What's up,
here
buddy?
tomorrow too.
Go ask Dad to help. He's putting wax in his mouth. Our oldest has braces and the wire is bugging him.
I had to do that too when I had braces.
Yeah, we all did.
Fun.
So also Joey was very triggered a couple episodes ago because the height difference in the cameras, he was trying to center us and like I have some negative space and you're like right at the top.
So how do I do this? This way? Is that better?
I said, it's because you like to sit proper.
No,
That's
so,
you.
okay, I don't know, for those that are watching, I'm actually, again, in a new, like, little setting. I actually moved my computer setup. I set it all up let me back up. For some time, maybe about a year or so, I had, like, a temporary, in quotes, computer setup for work from home. And my other computer that we record on was just sort of like literally being thrown from a desk to a small table. And that's where I was recording on my little couch. But I set up my desk. And so now I'm here in front of my whole setup. Hopefully this is a permanent thing. But I kind of liked sitting on the couch. But then it would make
less formal.
Yeah, it's less formal. It's more comfortable. This chair, after sitting in this chair for working with you for so long, my butt has PTSD. Do you know what I mean? It's like when you sit in a specific chair and you're like, uh-oh, my butt's about to hurt. That's how I feel right now. But
okay, well, that's what we're talking about right now. And that's what this episode is all about. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. So yeah, what's new with you? I've been good other than spiraling the past couple days because home with the baby and the dog and they're just like fighting with each other. Lincoln's new thing, by the way, is he likes to fib or lie. He makes lies up to cover for himself. So this week it was he had drawn a little bit on his brother's bunk beds, which is fine. Kids draw on stuff they're not supposed to. It just all of our kids have done it.
Yeah.
But he deadpan, very serious, comes out and says, "Mom, robbers came and drew on Bubba's bed." I was like, "Oh, they did?" And he's like, "Yeah, they drew on it." And I said, "Oh, show me where they drew." And he shows me, and he goes, I said, where's the marker that they used to draw? And he goes, "It's over there." And he shows me where the marker is. I said, "What happened to the robbers?" And he goes, "They ran away." And we asked him, should we call the cops? And he goes, "No, I'm too short." So like very serious. We had a whole discussion with him about like why we shouldn't lie and we need to be honest. But his whole thing right now is just like every little thing, like if he thinks he's gonna get in trouble, he just like lies about it and like will just continue this life. Like it just keeps growing into like this whole thing.
Well, I mean, do you remember or I guess he does that now when I FaceTime him, but I'll say like, "Okay, bye, time to hang up." You hang up. And I'm like, no, you hang up. And he goes, my arm is hurting.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
he tells me. He even told
He's
me,
very dramatic.
Yes, he is. But I did. My current Linky joke is when I called him and he was looking at YouTube and he couldn't watch big kid YouTube for whatever reason or something like that.
Yeah, we took it off his iPad.
Yeah, I told him, I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. Right? And he goes, it's okay, Auntie. It's not your fault. It's Mommy's fault.
Mm-hmm. And he tells us when he's not happy with something we said, he says, I'm going to destroy your whole house. Oh my God. That's his new thing. He's going to destroy everything. That's what he says.
Oh my gosh.
He told that to Mom too before when he wants her to take him a bath. If she says not right now, I'm going to destroy your house. That's what he tells her.
She's about to be like, oh,
something
you got
else.
a storm coming,
something
kid.
about the third child. I don't know what happened. Nursed him for a whole year, and this is what we get.
How old is he now?
He's gonna be 4
So
in a couple weeks.
He's not in the terrible 2s.
No, he's like full on, like adult child.
Oh gosh. Well, that sounds.
But he's the baby. He's just the baby.
I did the baby. It's true though. He is just a baby.
Yeah.
And he will be treated as such from here on out.
Mm-hmm. I know. I told Manang Jem because Auntie didn't come today because she wasn't feeling well. And she texted me today. She's like, oh, she's going to try to come tomorrow. And I was like, okay, if she's feeling up for it. Then like, she's like, yeah, she wants to see the kid. And I was like, oh, the collective grandchild. He's just everybody's baby. We share him.
Yeah. It's pretty true though.
Yep.
What a cutie. It's Mommy's fault.
Okay. So what's up with you? That's my story. How's your week gone so far?
My week has been okay. What's this today? Wednesday? I actually went to Disney last week. So I was in LA.
I know. Can I tell a story about that?
No. I can tell it.
Okay, tell
it. Perspective. So
sure. I'd love to hear you explain this.
I already told you. I literally already told you.
Okay.
I already told you.
Go ahead and then I'll share my piece.
So I was talking to Linky on FaceTime and I told him, Linky.
Who called who?
Oh, I called Linky because I love Linky.
Mm-hmm.
And I told him, I was like, I'm going to Disneyland. Do you want me to get you anything from Disneyland? And he said, I don't remember what he said, but I told him that I would.
He said, Mommy, Auntie's going to Disneyland. She's coming to pick me up.
I never said those words. That's the lie.
You said, Linky, I'm going to Disneyland. Would you like me?
And he checked out right there.
That was it. He blacked out. That was it. Okay. Are you done? Go ahead. You can keep sharing. I have other things to say about this.
No, I mean, I told him, I was like, what do you want from Disneyland? He said, I would like a car. And I said, okay, I'll try to look for a car. Update, I couldn't find a car. Even though we went to Carsland, there was no cars. But I did get him something. So there's that. And the other boys, they're all matching.
How would you have felt as a child? Somebody going out of the way and calling you to tell you that they're going to Disneyland.
First of all, this child does that to me too.
How would you feel?
I don't know. But it's fine. It's all good now. I literally got him a toy-ish.
He was broken-hearted when I had to tell him she is not coming to pick you up.
Those words never left my mouth.
Why did you feel the need to tell them? I'm going to Disneyland, 4-year-old. Ha ha ha.
I asked him what he wanted. You don't
get to go.
I asked him what he wanted.
He wanted to go to Disneyland.
He blacked out. He did black out after the first couple of words. He blah, 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 Disney, blah, blah, blah. I'm going, blah, blah, blah. Do you want
to pick? You something.
It was probably just mumbles like
going to pick you something up. Going to pick you up. That's all I heard.
Yep. Disneyland going to pick you up. Oh.
Yep. Do you enjoy your time though?
I did. Oh my gosh.
That's good. Did you get some of, I don't know if they're still serving it, but it's like the cold brew with the Cocoa Puffs on the top.
Oh my god.
Dude, it's the best. So good. I had 2 of them. So good. I had 2. I drank one real quick. A couple hours later, I was walking around, it was just me and Thomas, and he's like, what do you want to do? And I was like, I kind of want to get another coffee. And he's like, let's do it. Got a second cold brew. So good.
Oh my gosh, we should go to Disneyland together.
Girl, I am poor.
I'm just saying.
Disneyland, sponsor your girl.
Speaking into existence here.
Sponsor your girl, just throwing it out there in the universe.
No, I haven't posted it yet because I'm still kind of working on it, but I've made a everything I ate at Disney video. So I like recorded everything that I ate and
cool.
some things that
I'm curious to what you got.
I rate them. I
had the ube beignet. We went when they had the ube beignet. That was so good. Did they still have it there?
I didn't try any of the beignets.
Girl.
I think. Okay, you know what? I love them.
Monte Cristo.
I love them, but I was at the mercy of what Brandon and his family wanted to do. So whatever they had planned, I was just there to experience it. The only thing that I said I absolutely will not leave this park without doing is getting the cold brew, and that's the first thing we did on that day.
The what?
The cold brew, the Cocoa Puffs.
Did you get it?
I did. The first thing that we did is we.
Oh, I thought you said you didn't. That's why I had a whole meltdown. I thought you said you didn't. Wasn't it so good?
It was. But you know what? I would have totally gotten a second one too. I was on the same boat as you. The only reason
it was so good.
The only reason I didn't get it is because earlier in that week when we filmed and recorded our podcast and I said I passed out at work, I had the sneaking suspicion that the fact that I was just starting to drink cold brew for the first time ever in my life was like that week prior. I was afraid that it had too much caffeine. And so I
you pass out if you don't have enough caffeine. Girl. Chug that caffeine.
Oh my gosh, I cannot tell you. I even liked the ice. The ice was like pebbled. It was so good. I will go back. I will spend.
I'm sorry if I gave anybody the bird right now, by the way. I didn't mean to. I was just pushing my glasses up. But Tom's just like, are you the bird?
You're giving me the bird. That's what you're doing.
I'm just pushing. It's just my finger that I use to push my glasses up. I'm sorry. Yeah. Anyways. Okay, so you had the cold brew. Did you try the blue milk?
No. Brandon and his sister did, but I was not sure if I should drink that sort of thing. I wasn't like.
How did they say it was? We didn't try it. It was one of those things that we wanted to do. We never did.
So they looked up what was actually in it because they were like, I can't put my finger on it. Like, is this avocado? Like the green milk and the blue milk. I think the green milk is like citrus flavor, or it has some made with citrus and coconut stuff, and the other one's more coconut based. But you can barely taste the coconut, allegedly. I didn't try it, so that's something that maybe you'll have to try on your own. But
so if you can't taste the coconut, what are you tasting?
I don't know, but the reason why they knew it wasn't made with like dairy is because they looked up the ingredients. It was like made with coconut milk.
But they didn't tell you what it tasted like?
Well,
just that it didn't taste like coconut?
Like fruity.
Cherry, grape, orange?
No. If they were, I wasn't paying attention to it. But they said it was citrusy. She took her glasses off, folks.
This is the worst kind of Disney review I've ever heard.
I'm sorry, you asked me.
I just need to watch something on YouTube.
You asked me, and I'm giving you my opinion on it. So, because I didn't try it.
Okay, highlights. Quick highlight. Go.
Okay, quick highlight. Unfortunately, is the Guardians of the Galaxy ride, the new ride.
Is it just because that's your favorite?
No, it was my favorite, one of my favorite memories because I was so traumatized. Like the ride ended and I was literally in tears. I didn't want to go on it, but I wanted to experience it because I don't like the drop. But that's the whole premise of the ride. But I still did.
Did you enjoy it?
I did. Well, I did, but I didn't. Like I wouldn't go on it if.
I feel like you don't understand the word highlight.
Well, the aftermath, you know, when you get off of a ride and you have a lot of adrenaline pumping through you, like that really
Were
woke
you
me up.
laughing?
I was.
Were you laughing?
Yes.
Okay, so you did enjoy it.
I enjoyed the memories.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jasmine.
I enjoyed
This
the
is what
memories.
Jasmine
I
believes
also
is a
took
highlight.
a picture with the Black
Pain.
Panther.
She believes pain is a highlight.
I took a photo with the Black Panther.
And she also was like, maybe I shouldn't have the cold brew, but let me just go on this ride that drops you. 0 gravity.
It's 2 different parks. 2 different parks. It was 2 different days.
Anyways, okay.
A whole thing.
I'm really glad that you're able to go. We need to move this episode along. We're already 16 minutes in, and I haven't even started I haven't even told you what we're doing today.
I'm so sorry for trying to catch
Are you
up with you
excited?
and answering your questions. Yes.
Aren't you excited after last week's super exciting cleaning episode?
We were all thrilled to talk about cleaning.
Leave a comment if you finished the whole episode, because I sure didn't.
I didn't even finish the episode. I barely finished recording the episode.
I just said, post it, we done.
Yeah, to everyone who sat through
Not a highlight
episode.
Oh, maybe it's a highlight for you, Jasmine. Maybe that was a highlight for you.
Actually, I thought it was so funny because we talked about the cleaning episode, and I went to Soren and I filmed the video that was me trying to act like Dad looking at the cleaning. That was funny. I got a kick out of that.
Yeah, and I was like, now I don't even like that because it's just not a highlight of the podcast days that we had. Anyways, new episode today. I made sure that it's something fun, something that we'll both enjoy. I don't know what I'm going to name it, but we're going to start with a segment called the Sister Showdown.
Oh, God. Okay.
Are you ready?
Sure.
We're going to debate who reigns supreme at these everyday tasks.
I fail at most tasks. I fail at waking up. So,
are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Okay.
So what's this format? Do I just answer?
We're gonna should we do it so okay, we can answer honestly, and then we can make the case for whoever we think is the better one. Okay.
Okay.
Who's better at parallel parking?
Me.
I was gonna say you also. Only because you drive a Fit.
First of all, you drove
and
a
you
Fit.
can park that thing anywhere.
You drove a Fit.
And I could park that thing anywhere when I drove a Fit. But now I don't have a Fit, and it's a little bit harder to parallel park.
It's a blessing to have a Honda Fit and parallel park because it literally does fit anywhere you want it to.
Anywhere.
Anywhere.
Have you ever parallel parked in a bigger car?
Yes. I remember
How big?
going to it was like mid-size. It wasn't an SUV. So if this is the Fit, and this is the Fit, I think I don't know what's going on.
It's that meme. It's a meme, guys. It's a meme.
Yeah.
Okay. It was an SUV. What kind of SUV? Like bigger
like
than my Pilot?
It was about the same size as your Pilot.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did you feel parallel parking that car?
I think I felt a little bit better with that one because there was a backup camera. But with the Fit that I have, there's no backup camera, but you also kind of don't need it because it's so small.
The Fit, man, it fits anywhere. That car's the easiest thing to drive. Okay,
really
so have you ever gotten into an experience where like you start trying to do a parallel park and you're just like, never mind. Let me just go around the block.
Yes. So
especially when someone's sitting there watching you do it.
Yeah. So okay, wait. Let me explain myself. So I live in a cul-de-sac, right? Right now, I live in a cul-de-sac, and often there's a lot of cars in the road because it's a cul-de-sac. Right, Benny Boo. And I will go around in the cul-de-sac and I'll try to parallel park where I usually park, but sometimes there's either just not enough room where I usually park, like someone pulled up or back too much, right? And so I try to parallel park, and then like I can sit there and I have the patience to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I have that patience, but because I live in a cul-de-sac, if someone comes into the cul-de-sac whilst trying to parallel park, I'm like, screw it. I'm just gonna park on the other street.
Bro, that's what I just said.
Yeah, I was giving my story.
Okay. Okay. This is the trouble we have. This is the trouble we have with me and my sister.
I've literally just looked at your face for like 10
irritated
seconds.
with her. Sometimes she answers. I'm like, I just said that same story. You just said the same thing I just said, but like 10 minutes longer.
I tried to explain my story.
Drop it in the comments. Do you think she just said the same thing I just said, but longer?
It's the same thing that you said.
They all
said
yes.
Ever?
I see the comments.
Whoa,
I see the live comments right now. They all said yes.
This is not chat. This is not live chat. You asked me if I've ever experienced it. My answer was yes, and I explained my experience. Sometimes working with your sister's hard, folks. I'm so irritated with you.
She's picking her nails right now.
No, I'm not. My hand's here. Sorry.
Okay. Next one. Who's better at giving advice?
Probably you. I mean, to each other, you. To each other, you, definitely.
To other people, me. I'm better.
I think I oh.
You're good at being a sounding board. You're a good soundboard, but actual advice.
I'm not saying that your advice is bad, but if we're going back and forth, like saying who gives better advice to the other person, you give better advice, hands down.
No, period. Who gives better advice, period? I do. Who do you go to for advice?
You know what? You remember last week when we ended the podcast?
Period. You, period.
Wait, what was your question?
I said, who do you go to for advice?
You. Because you're my sister.
Period.
Because you're my sister.
Who do I go to for advice?
Thomas.
Exactly.
I am your younger sister. I don't have to give you advice. What advice can I give? You've lived longer.
Okay, this is a good one. Okay. Who is better at keeping secrets?
You.
I would say you are. I'm the worst at keeping secrets.
I feel like surprise-wise, like I'm the one that's like, I got you something. Do you want me to tell you what it is?
No. You're actually really good about it if you want to surprise somebody, like birthday parties or like somebody visiting or whatever. Like you are really good at like keeping a secret, that kind of secret. Presents, I don't know if presents would count. Because we've had this discussion before, I think, on the pod where we like just to give on the fly. So if we get something for somebody, like we just give it to them because like we love to give and like gift give and like just be like joyous with them.
Yeah.
So I think that's just like a familial thing. And dad's like that too, where he just wants to like give you the thing right away. Also, but with like actual surprises, you're really good at it. I'm really bad, especially if somebody calls me on it. I can't keep a straight face. If they're like, Bevin, like, are you up to something? Like, I'll just start laughing. No. No.
Someone's iPad is really loud, by the way.
Benji, your iPad's really loud. Can you go to your bedroom? He's got a ka-ching. Okay, who's most likely to keep a plant alive for a year?
Me.
Yeah, you. I will lose interest so fast.
Yeah.
A lot of my succulents outside that I ignore. They're still alive because they're succulents, but I ignore them completely.
I had like on this table behind me during COVID, like I had so many, like 2 like layers of plants basically, and I kept them all alive. The only reason that they're not here now is I stopped working from home, and then they all died.
R.I.P.
So
bless up.
Yeah, bless up. R.I.P. I remember having so many. I literally would be like, "Can someone take care of my plants when I'm away?"
Gosh, take them with you. Okay. Who's better at winning arguments? Me.
I would probably say you. Yeah.
Because you'll storm off.
Yeah, I think I get frustrated.
I'll stand there.
But
I'll stand
also,
there.
like, you just don't shut up, though. Like, if
I
you think
won't,
that you're
period.
right. Yeah, exactly. You just, there's
If
literally no.
I'm right, it's because I am right.
No, it's because you think you're right.
No,
But
no, it's because I am right.
You'll say period, and then I don't have the energy to fight back because I just get angry with you.
Don't have the energy, or you're wrong.
No. Who would win a physical fight? Me.
Who would be dumb enough to get in a physical fight? You.
No.
I got the brains. I don't need to be throwing any punches. I don't need to be throwing any punches out here.
I'm thinking about
my punches come out the mouth.
Yeah. I was
okay, well, here's the thing. My sister's shorter. She's lower to the ground, okay, guy? She has better center of gravity. They wanted her to be on the state Olympic team.
Oh my god.
Because she's so tiny, okay?
That's another story for another day.
Yeah, it is another story. Okay, anyways, okay, that's a good one. Who's the better gift giver?
Me.
I think I am.
That's me.
I never get a gift from you.
Because I don't want to give you gifts.
Because you're a bad gift giver.
I'm a good gift giver.
What did you get your nephews, Jasmine? You want to tell them what you got your nephews?
No, because he's looking
what great
right behind
gift you got.
He's looking right behind you, and I don't want to tell him.
He ran away. Tell them. Hurry up. What did you get your nephews?
No, I'm not going to. I'm a good gift giver.
What'd you get Lincoln, Jasmine?
The same thing as his brothers.
Oh, say it. Oh my gosh, even worse. Even worse.
Yeah, that
was he's showing off. You did get him a good that was a good gift.
I am a good gift
giver. When she gives gifts, they're good gifts. But she's selective with who she gives gifts to. I've never once received
I did
a
throw you a
physical
really
gift from her.
Surprise party.
Organizing. She organized it. But what was the gift? What was the gift that I was given?
The gift of celebration. But I also organized and gave you a gift of love from the people that couldn't be at that party. So, you know.
Oh, there was somebody that wasn't there that Anyways.
Plus I cook for you. That's a gift.
That's what I'm saying. See, she never physically wraps a gift and give it to me. Haven't ever received a gift from you.
Because I cannot.
Except if you got me in Secret Santa.
And that will never happen.
We're going to get on a fight right now. I think I give really good gifts, though. Like, thoughtful, like, I've given you many gifts before.
Yeah, you buy me
like your cooking stuff. I'm the one that gifted you the apron. I gifted you
what apron?
The one that you left at mom and dad's house.
Oh,
because you were like so sad because you really wanted an apron, and I got you like a really bougie apron.
That was from
at the time. Target. It was bougie, not anymore. What was that?
It was from Target.
I didn't get it from Target. I remember I had to wait. It wasn't like Amazon Prime either. I had to wait a couple like a week for it to come into stock.
I'm pretty sure it was from Target.
No. Anyways. Who's more likely to adopt a random pet, Jasmine?
Me.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. I don't even like the dog that I have now.
I remember taking a screenshot of a dog that was adoptable in the area, and I sent it to everyone, and I was like, this dog is mine. I never adopted him because I can't, but like I was like, I want him.
She would literally in the middle of the night be like, this dog jumped in my car, can I keep him?
Oh my gosh.
No.
His name was Angela.
No.
He was a pure
You're like, I'm pretty sure he's owned by somebody because he's such a good boy.
No, I knew he was owned by somebody because he had a collar on and a thing, but it was like literally like 3 a.m. And I was like,
yeah, I know. And you were like, can I keep him?
No, I was like, I don't want to just leave him in the street. I was like, can we bring him to the house for the night and then like call the owner in the morning? Because I was like, it's 3 a.m. The person's not going to answer. And even so, like showing up to someone's house at 3 a.m. You know what I mean? I was like, kind of. But I do remember that I was like, what do? He literally just jumped in my car and I was like, someone help me. Mom was like, he can't come here. Orion's here.
Okay, last question, and I think this is a good one because I don't actually know what I'm going to say until I say it, I guess. Okay. Who's better at texting back quickly? I am.
You are.
Yeah, because I can text you and you won't respond for like 2 days sometimes.
Yeah, I'm pretty bad. I used to be really good at responding to text messages, but now I'm just like, I can't. My brain won't allow me to.
I respond pretty much within the day. I'll text back.
Yeah.
Unless it's like a mass text that I'm like not interested in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That completes our Sister Showdown segment.
That was good. Yes.
Yes. Okay, the next segment. Pop culture throwbacks, 90s and 2000s edition.
Okay, this is going to be difficult.
Huh?
I feel like it's going to be difficult for me, but I'm ready.
I don't think so. We're going to be reminiscing about childhood and debating whether certain trends should stay in the past.
Okay.
Okay, and if I say one, or if I don't say one, and you're like, I want to talk about it, then just throw it out there. Okay.
Okay.
Nickelodeon versus Disney versus Cartoon Network. Which network had the best lineup? And it's kind of hard because we didn't have cable for a very long time. We're all both like, PBS.
Yeah, I literally was thinking PBS. It's like, can we enter that?
That's all we watched. ABC had a lot of good stuff. Then they moved to cable. Recess School's Out, I think, was on ABC. That was the one that I really loved. And then they took it away. Same with Doug. I think Doug was on ABC and they took that away.
Ginger.
However, other shows that I really enjoyed were like Rocket Power. I think Rocket Power was Nickelodeon.
I think Rocket Power was Nickelodeon.
But Dexter's Laboratory, Powerpuff Girls, all Cartoon Network shows.
This morning,
Johnny Bravo, Cartoon Network.
This morning, I got into my car and I could not tell you what came over me, but I was like, Dee Dee. In the car this morning.
My laboratory.
My laboratory.
Okay, so here's the thing. Like I said, me and my sister, we didn't have cable growing up for the most part until like our later years of high school. But our cousins had cable, and I think Ed's favorite network was Cartoon Network. Yes. So we ended up watching a lot of Cartoon Network because it was one of her favorites, and the stuff was really funny when we did watch it. So, I would say for me, it's between Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network. But you love Disney's like musicals, like their movies. Yeah, you are more of a Disney girl.
If I had to choose one of the ones that you listed initially, my first thought would be Disney. There was Lizzie McGuire. There was even Stevens.
And that was like the first channel that when we got cable, you're like, I need to consume all of this content.
Yeah, I want all of the Disney. Yeah. I couldn't tell you if it was because I liked Disneyland, if I liked,
I think you missed the Nickelodeon phase. I think that was more like 90s. Like that's when they were in their like the big Nickelodeon was like in the 90s.
I remember watching Nick at night, but not too late because I couldn't watch TV late. So
yeah.
That's where I was at, but I did watch Disney.
What would you choose? Nickelodeon, Disney, or Cartoon Network? Nick. He's a Nick. Nickelodeon.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. I don't even know. I think we can't discuss this one, so I'm going to skip it. It was music video nostalgia. What's, if you remember anything from TRL?
I remember watching TRL, but not at home.
Yeah, we didn't have cable. Good night, buddy.
Good night.
Okay. What about fashion disasters? Any trend from then that like you secretly loved or you like just couldn't stand? Or like now that you look back on it, you're like, what were we thinking?
So it was the layers for me, like the the layers of tank tops you would have to have on to, like, you get like 3 layers of tank
tops. A tank top, and a cardigan.
Yeah, and then your tank top would be so low, like it's at below your pockets, but then you have another tank top.
That's but it's okay because we have low-rise jeans to go.
Yeah.
What were we thinking with the low-rise jeans?
I look back now and I'm like, why did I wear so many layers? Especially
there was
like
a lot
middle
of layers.
school time, I was like, oh my god.
But I mean, you even look at like paparazzi photos of like celebs. That's what they were wearing too, like all the tank tops.
Yeah, it was
layered
layers
tank top with the layered belt. That's not even a belt; it's just sitting on your waist.
Yep, for literally to show that you have a hip bone.
Mm-hmm.
If I were to,
what about
layers?
You know what I think is really was cute then and is still cute now is like the chokers. Or like even I think butterfly clips were really cute.
Yeah, but
and like little girls,
really
when I see them wearing butterfly clips, I'm like, oh.
We never really had the butterfly clips all that much because
I had butterfly clips.
I didn't have them. I think because
Sucks to be you.
Hair was either too thick or thin. But also like I think I was crazier than you, so like you put the butterfly clips on in the morning.
She'd break them.
Yeah, they're gone.
They were lost.
Like 9 a.m.
Lost or broken. Yeah. You were wild. Yeah, that's true. I think they used to call you the Tasmanian devil.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why that sounds endearing to me now.
Yeah, Tasmanian devil. That's the Jasminian devil. Okay. Early 2000s tech. Do you have like? I'm gonna just list the things out that I have here. Tamagotchis, CD players, flip phones. At a certain point, we had Blackberries, iPods with no cellular, just music.
Yep.
And how we would load music onto the iPods
from iTunes.
LimeWire.
Oh my gosh.
What are your thoughts on all this stuff?
So I feel like I caught the tail of it. I am a millennial, but I caught the tail end of a lot of things. One, because I'm at the tail end of being a millennial, but also
you're a zillennial.
We're like not allowed. We weren't allowed to have all those things until much later, until all the new tech was coming out anyway, sort of thing. We did have every single one of those, basically. I really only played Tamagotchi when you got bored of it because I couldn't have my own.
Well, the thing is, those Tamagotchis, and like I had this one that was like a Pikachu one. That was a Pikachu Tamagotchi, but those types of gadgets I bought with my own money.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you never got them. Is because since I bought it, like they were like, she bought it, so you can't play with them. And then when I was bored, I was like, I guess you can play with it now.
Yeah. What was the next one?
CD Tamagotchis, CD players.
I definitely.
Dude, do you remember burning CDs?
Yes, I burned CDs back in like 2015 still.
What is it? Dad used to always get the like CD somethings, CD like that you would always get confused that it was there's 2 different kinds of CDs. You had to use a specific CD to like burn your music on, and you would always use the other CDs that like are only for photos or something, and you'd be like, why isn't my music playing? So bad. Like, you use the wrong CDs, Jasmine.
No one told me. You just said use.
They look exactly the same. They just say different.
Yeah, I burned so much music onto CDs when I learned how to do it.
She would literally burn like 2 songs on a CD. I would get so mad because she'd just waste the whole CD with 2 songs.
It's not a waste because I would only listen to those 2 songs. Remember how I'm a creature of habit?
Literally on repeat. Yep. It's like it's crazy. Burning CDs are like something it's like a lost art form that the newer generation has no idea, because they have, I was just talking to Thomas about this, like they have Spotify. Like we like, if you told us back then with our iPods that could only hold 100 songs and we would constantly have to be like removing them to make room for new songs, if you would have told us in 10 years you're gonna have every single song that you want on your fingertips and not worry about having to replace your music, you can have unlimited music forever and ever, we would have been like, huh?
I know. But can I have the Disney songs too?
But you know what's funny is that I
Disney-mania?
love that, like, it's funny because, you know, it was like mixtapes before, or, you know, like the generation before me was like mixtapes with the Walkmans. Then for us, it was like the mixed CDs. And now it's like playlists, but it's the same idea. It's like curating music for a mood, a person, or something, but it's the same idea. It's just in like a different format. But I don't know, it's kind of cool to think about.
Yeah, it's I used and abused my CD players. Like I'd go through them so quickly too. I remember
my mom and dad used to get so mad at her because they'd get her the cheap ones because she literally would destroy them. I don't know what you're doing, running them over or what, but like literally destroyed. That it would be like falling apart. Like I don't understand. Mine would last years. I don't know.
No, it's because I was listening to music like 24/7. And what you don't realize too is when we'd go visit Thomas and I had CD players, like I was so bored out of my mind. I would literally just sit there and listen to the same music over and over again because I couldn't bring all the
Hillary
CDs
Duff.
with me. Yep.
Let the rain
No, and Stacey
fall
Orico.
down.
Yep. But like a lot of the older songs that I've known now, like you used and abused CDs when you knew the tracks that you wanted, not by the title but by the number.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah, like your favorite track number, and like you would have to like in order to figure out what the song was even called, you'd have to like open the CD and like look at the track list in the CD. Yeah,
it's kind of funny because I don't think they do it anymore. Where like I don't think that's a thing anymore. Where on Spotify, where like I don't know how to even explain it. So on CDs, some artists would do it's like Easter eggs on their albums where either at the very last track or the very first track you could like keep playing the CD. For the last track you'd keep playing and then they have something extra at the end, or if it's at the beginning you have to like rewind it at the very beginning to hear like an extra like 30 seconds of something. But I don't think they do that anymore because it's like all digital for the most part.
I mean I also used to be really big at looking at the lyrics and like learning the song with the lyrics in
I'm
that
so surprised you didn't become a Swiftie like right away because she would put like
Teardrops on My Guitar. I loved that song, but I think it was also the time when a lot of the other artists, like the newer artists, were coming out also, and
you like more of like the R&B.
Yeah, I think that was where my shift of like interest kind of went.
R&B and pop, not so much country singer-songwriter. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but I did like Taylor Swift. I've loved Taylor Swift for a long, long time. Even back all the way in my middle school days too. I was
craziness how far things have come with music. Okay. Was there a specific CD player that you remember like loving? Mine was the one that had the AM FM radio on it.
I don't think I
switch
had
between
that.
Listening to radio and listening to my CD.
No, I never had that, but I do remember mine was gray, and the top of it kind of looked like a waffle maker. If you like close your eyes, you know what I'm talking about. Like it had a straight edge at the top, and then the bottom you could see the track list with the buttons, and that was what I remember. What I remember going through a lot was not the CD players, but the headphones. That was what I remember going.
What was your what kind of headset girl were you? Earbuds, over the ear, around the ear?
Oh my gosh, I freaking hated the around the ear ones because it gave me such a headache. I think I wasn't cool enough to have in-ear ones, so we always had like the fake foam over your ear ones, and I would listen
like
to
the cheap ones.
Yep, and then the little foam like coverings would come off because it was like loose because I was
they'd be just like in your bed randomly.
Yeah, so like because that's the thing, I would fall asleep to music, and you probably know more than anyone else. Like I would ask grandma, can you put the Gaither vocal band on, like just to play music in the background while I sleep?
White noise.
Yeah, but also like you and Thomas at the time were talking on the phone, and I'm like, I don't want to hear that. Let me just put my headphones on.
Yeah.
But I did love
okay. What was your favorite cell phone back in the day? Because we didn't get iPhones until way later in our life.
So Sidekicks were really cool, but I never had one. I did have one that was like similar.
They were like so expensive.
A slide. No, the AT&T one was like super cheap. Like it was cheaply made. And I remember like sliding it and feeling really cool, but like the actual like use of it was, and it was touchscreen, but it was like really, really finicky. Of course, the technology wasn't there. But I remember like wanting so badly to have a sidekick, but I think my favorite that I ever had was a BlackBerry Pearl. And I think I learned
Yeah,
how
you
to
love that thing.
text. Yeah, I learned how to text so fast on it. Like seamless. It was thin. It had a full keyboard. The little ball, the Pearl part was like really seamless. And I
See, she's
remember
not old enough to remember the Nokia texting.
because I didn't have
The
a
QWERTY.
Nokia. No, I had
No, it was not a QWERTY. It was ABCD. ABC.
No, I had one of those
Yeah.
phones too. I remember because
Mm.
it was like when you could change your wallpaper to a photo, and also like the
Oh, see, no. I'm talking about the one that just had the gray and black.
No, I had those too, but that's when I couldn't
You could never change your
text.
wallpaper on mine, the one that I had.
No,
Not until
well,
later.
yeah, it was not till later, but it was I remember we couldn't text anyone because you had to text, every text you sent was like 10 cents, right? So you could only receive, and that's the one that I started with. And then I had one that I could take the little case off of and like switch it.
It's kind
but
of
we never
crazy
did
now
that.
to think that like kids now start by texting each other, but back when we were younger, when we were in like middle school, high school, it was like much more convenient and like almost preferred to like
Call.
be on the
Yeah.
phone. Yeah, instead
Yeah.
of texting, because it was just texting was expensive back in the day.
Yeah.
Okay, we need to move on. Do you remember any AIM slang
I mean, a lot of it
or
kind of
like
still
tidbits about AIM,
exists.
AOL Instant Messenger,
Yeah. You know what? I have an
BBL?
embarrassing story about that.
What about AIM away messages
Oh my gosh. It was like
or the icons? You could change
it
your
was
icon.
like it was like the
Jasmine's is always like so emo. I'm just crying right now. BRB.
you know what? I don't even remember what probably something dumb like that. But I remember not understanding like common like slang between people. Like someone would call me cut and I'm like, I'm not your cousin. Why are you calling me cuz? Like that doesn't make sense. And I was like, okay, cousin, like and I'm like, it doesn't make sense, but I didn't get it when I was younger. But I didn't, I think I just misspelled like a lot of words. Put Z's in there.
X's, lots of X's.
X's. Yeah, I think my
and the
username
capital
was like,
or the 0 instead of the O.
do you recall it?
Dude,
You
I used to only
to
type in the alternative caps.
Yes. I remember like
And
logging into
back
AIM.
in the day, I only used cap locks. I never used shift. I always used cap locks. So it was just everything.
I remember wanting to
Craziness.
log into AIM at like a friend's house, but because it was case sensitive, I was like, what was the first letter I capitalized? It was so rough. But
so bad.
yeah, it was like P9 X something.
Do you remember? I was gonna say, do you remember either your first username or your first email address?
My first email you made, and it was like bluechick@yahoo.com or something like that. Because you said, what's your favorite color?
I do remember that because I remember I was so annoyed with your password.
Okay, you can't say anything because
You
I
remember
still
when I'd say
use
your
that.
password?
No, I still use that password.
Oh, man.
That's like my most secure
Just to
password.
let you guys know, it's so shady.
It was so like.
It's so shady.
Hold on, I'm about to text it to you.
I can't say it now because you still use it. Girl, you should change this password.
No, I only use it for my main one. I only use it for my
Oh,
main
it's
one.
funny.
Because
Yeah, that's the one. I just remember she was like, "What should I use?" I'm like, "What about this?" And she's like, "Okay."
Yeah.
It's the same thing with like we have to have Christopher on because I chose his username too back when he was playing Minecraft.
Mm-hmm.
We got that's a whole story, so I gotta.
Oh man, we gotta plan that. Yeah, but
I think my I don't remember what mine. I know mine was a Hotmail email address. It was like funnygirl11 at hotmail.com or something like that. I think Dad made it for me. That's why.
I'm pretty sure the one that you made for me didn't even actually exist. You just told me to sign up with it because that's before they confirm.
There.
Oop, the dog.
Thomas walks away for 2 seconds and he starts getting into things. My username for AIM, though, I think it was Asian green girl with our area code.
Yeah.
So secure, right?
That's not, yeah, exactly. But I feel like everyone was doing that. Using their area code.
Yeah,
that's why area codes are so big.
Even one of Thomas's emails has his old area code on it. His older email, it had his area code in there. That's kind of funny to think now, but now it's no.
Yeah.
We're so
don't put
innocent
any of your personal
back in the day.
Yeah.
I know. I'm pretty sure old people when they're on the internet, they probably use like parts of their social in their usernames because they're just so maybe not, because that's something that everybody's very secure, don't share it kind of thing. So maybe not. Maybe they're smarter than I'm giving them credit for. Because I don't think mom and dad would ever do that.
No,
so
I don't think
I'm probably
either.
Exaggerating. Okay. A couple other questions. We're gonna I have 3 other segments. We kind of went on pretty long, but that's a good thing because that means we were having fun discussing what we were discussing. So right now we're gonna do the sister telepathy test.
Oh gosh. I'm already thinking.
And we're gonna test to see if our sisterly bond is as strong as we think. And let me tell you,
it's not.
It ain't that strong.
We think the same
so
things.
I'm gonna ask,
but we don't.
I'm gonna ask a couple. Oh, okay. Well, the thing is, we didn't get along. I won't say we didn't get along at all, but we hardly ever got along as growing up girls. I hardly ever invested time in talking to her. We were forced to hang out on our summer breaks because
we had no choice.
We were the only ones that spoke English and we couldn't leave the backyards.
We really couldn't. It's either hang out with each other or pick up rotten apples. What do you want to do?
So we're gonna go. We're gonna alternate. I haven't read any of these. You want to go first? Or you want me to go first? Where you answer?
I guess I'll answer, but I don't.
Okay, so you can go first, and then I'll take the second one, and so forth and so on. Okay.
Am I answering your?
You're
question
answering
out loud?
for me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're answering for me.
Okay.
What's your sister's favorite childhood snack?
Favorite childhood snack.
And I'm going to keep these answers simple. I'm not going to think anything crazy, just so you know.
The only thing I can think of is watermelon. You loved watermelon, and I didn't like watermelon.
You're not wrong. And once again, we only hung out with each other during the summer, which is when we had watermelon.
Yeah.
But there was one snack that Dad let both of us eat after school. I got 4, you got 3. What was it?
Is it the Oreos with milk?
Yeah, Oreos and milk. After school, he allowed me to have 4 and you would have 3.
I felt so cool when I was promoted to 4. I don't think you understand. When he was like, fine, you can have 4. I was like, oh, I'm a big girl now.
It's because you never finished your food. That's why.
So I finished those Oreos. I finished them.
How did you have your Oreos and milk? How did you prefer to do it? Did you eat your Oreo, drink your milk?
The wrong way. I would basically dip my.
Oh, I think we talked about this.
Yeah, I would dip the Oreo submerged, and I know everyone's like, ew, gross, your fingers are in it. And I'm like, whatever, the cookie needs to be submerged. I'm drinking it. But I would dunk the cookie until it was almost about to fall, mushy.
I know, and you get so mad when it did fall.
Yeah.
We get so mad when it did fall, too.
I still do. I even, to avoid that, I would,
But she literally waits until, the last second to pick it up.
The mushier, the better. I would, actually, when I got older, I would break the cookies in 4s and eat it like cereal. Wait.
The way that I used to do it, I don't do it anymore. Now I just, the 3/4 submerge and put it in my mouth and then drink some milk. But I used to do it with a spoon. Put the Oreo, submerge it, drown the Oreo.
Yeah.
After a couple minutes, then try to scoop the Oreo out and eat it like that. And then drink the milk, and I'd have like Oreo bits at the very end, which was delicious.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't put my fingers in the milk because that was disgusting.
I was just too lazy.
Okay.
I was like,
my question, what's your sister's favorite movie to rewatch?
oh my gosh, wait, we've totally talked about this.
I was going to say A Walk to Remember. Or Grease.
I'll accept both of those answers.
Yeah, I don't know what it is right now, but back in the day, those were the ones that you would rewatch all the time.
Yeah.
What is it now?
I couldn't tell you. I feel like I don't watch movies.
You can't tell me?
No. I feel like
okay.
I wouldn't be able to.
Thomas just recently came to help me come to the realization that my favorite movie is Nacho Libre.
Oh my gosh, today at work, I told someone, I said, I haven't seen you in Easters. And they looked at me like,
I literally, I did not realize how much I quote that movie until he pointed it out. And now I'm like, literally every conversation I have, I'm like making a quote or a reference to Nacho Libre.
It's the Lord's Jeeps.
Get that gun out of my face.
Have you been baptized?
Yeah, so we're going to definitely be doing a movie night sometime in my Discord for that. We're doing Shrek tomorrow. So come hang out if you want to watch Shrek. Okay, your turn. If your sister could only listen to one band for the rest of her life, what would it be?
Band.
It said song, but I was like, song is like too hard.
Does artist
What is
count?
easier for you, song or band or art? No, because I already know. That's too easy. Band. Or song. We'll do song or band. So song is any artist. Band is like obviously like a band.
I don't know. I think my knowledge of your musical interest is a little bit limited because it's either Taylor Swift or like Spirit West Coast. You know what I mean?
Girl.
Like, is it still Reliant K or I don't know.
I love Reliant K. I do love Reliant K.
Yeah,
Some of the best songwriting from a band.
Yeah, but I don't think your answer is Reliant K. And I think I don't know the other bands enough to be like, do you listen to them? Like Linkin Park? I don't know.
I do love Linkin Park. My answer for band would have been Blink-182.
See, I was like, is it Blink-182 or is it Simple Plan? Like, I don't think it's Simple Plan, but I couldn't think of Blink-182 at all.
She's like, all the bands sound the same.
No.
For you? Okay, what about a song? What would you say for song for me?
A song?
If I could listen to one song for the rest of my life, what would it be?
It would have to be a Taylor Swift song.
Which one?
Something from Evermore. I don't know all the things on Evermore, so I couldn't tell you either what was on there.
Any guesses?
Invisible String?
I would say,
Invisible String? Is that on there?
No, I was gonna say Gold Rush.
Wouldn't have guessed that.
It has it's danceable, but you can also be like vibing to it. Anyways, do you have an artist that you would choose? Ariana Grande, that's who I would say for you. But a band, I wouldn't know what band. You don't really listen to bands.
I love
Ariana
Grande. She's definitely one of my favorite artists, but I don't know if I could listen to her music only
all the time.
I mean? Yeah, I think I'm too not to make it like but like I feel like my brain is too broad or eclectic in the music that I enjoy. So like sometimes I want alternative, or sometimes I really want pop. So like it just depends.
I could live off of Taylor Swift alone for sure, but I know other people around me would be so annoyed. So, but I do also love. Yeah, she is. But I do also love lots of types of music. So, anyways, is it my turn? Yeah. What's your sister's biggest irrational fear? Your biggest irrational fear? I'm like, can you give me a hint?
I don't know how to give a hint without giving it away.
Spiders?
Is that irrational?
No, because I'm scared of spiders.
That's rational, right?
Running out of coffee?
No, that's rational.
Okay. Irrational.
Like something that's not gonna happen, right? Or hopefully.
But now I'm scared if I say it, if it's gonna happen.
Yeah. Mom, maybe, hopefully.
Tell me, I don't know. I was gonna say, what is it? Final Destination? A piece of lumber flying through your car?
No. So actually, Brandon, even Tiffany would probably know the answer to this, but my biggest fear is being alone.
Oh my god, that's rational, Jasmine. Everybody's scared of being alone. Yeah,
no, but
who wants to be alone?
But like alone, where like literally no one around me, sort of thing. Like I'm always gonna have.
Who wouldn't be scared of that?
I don't know.
Girl. Okay, your turn.
That's been my answer for a long time.
What's your sister's ultimate pet peeve?
Me.
Not wrong.
I am the pet peeve.
Okay. If your sister could time travel, where or would she go, to the past or the future? Future. You would definitely go to the future.
I think so.
Yeah. I think so too. For me, I would too. What's your sister's go-to karaoke song?
I'm answering for you.
Yeah.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yep. Yeah. I'm feeling spunky and something that everybody can sing along with. That's the one. Yeah. That's the go-to. My turn, right? Yeah.
Yep.
If your sister could meet any celebrity, who would it be? Ariana Grande. Maybe not, because she licks donuts. Kind of weird.
We're gonna get canceled.
I mean, that is kind of weird, though.
It's kind of weird. I don't know if it would be on Ariana Grande. I feel like that's my easy answer, but I like can't think of anyone. You know what I mean?
Taylor Swift.
For you?
Just because she's the it girl. No, for you, like I feel like you would be over the moon just because you'd be able to tell everybody, I made Taylor Swift.
Maybe.
Okay.
Next.
Don't cancel us, please. Ariana Grande, one of the best vocalists of our time, period.
Yep.
What's your sister's worst habit that you lovingly tolerate?
Am I answering for you?
Mm-hmm.
Your worst habit that I lovingly tolerate.
Me. Period.
just
being myself.
I don't know. I feel like it's one of those sister things where like you ask me to cook for you or do something for you, and I'm like, no, I don't want to do that.
Yeah. Worst habit is just being lazy, and she just puts up with it and like actually like gives in to what I want.
Yeah.
She's like, hey, Bev, go get us a coffee. I'm like, how about you get us a coffee? And she's like, okay.
I'm like, will you pay?
Yeah.
Will you pay?
I'll DoorDash it. Yeah. I'll DoorDash it. Okay. And then mine is, what's your sister's ideal vacation destination? Hawaii. But if you're feeling like you want to explore, Italy, somewhere in Italy. Like random. Because the food, the museums, the culture.
So I've always there's a couple of answers to that. You're very right. Ideally, it's always Hawaii because it's the easiest, I guess, close.
Mm-hmm.
But if we're talking about like overseas, I've always said I've wanted to visit Germany. I do want to go to Italy. I've always said Japan, and more when I started getting to know Korea more. Yeah, South Korea.
True.
So like those are high on my list, but it's just like one of those, you know.
You just want to do eventually one day when we get rich and famous.
Yep. On my private jet with Ariana Grande.
Yeah, you and Ari licking donuts together in Japan. We love you, Ari. Big fan. Okay, so that is the episode for today. Did you enjoy this showdown of sorts?
I did. I think it's one of those. Yep. It's a good
just a real
episode.
Easy breezy nostalgia, get to know each other, help our viewers get to know us a little bit. In the comments, let us know which sister you resonated with the most. I know it's me, don't worry guys. It's all right. You can just put Bevin's the best, it's fine.
Or if you resonate with the fact that Bevin
Thank you
annoys
guys.
you.
Thank you guys for knowing that I'm the
Actually,
best.
we have shout outs this week, right? Are you
Do
gonna do
we?
some shout outs? Well, I have a shout out because I was told that I have to do a shout out.
Oh,
But our weekly
I forgot this is a thing.
shout out to mom and dad in the Philippines. Hello, travel safely.
Shout out to mom and dad in the Philippines. I talked to them today and they said they just finished our last episode. And I was like, I'm sorry.
I know. I'm going to be like, you can listen to all of them except for this one. Don't listen to that one. And shout out as always to Manang Joyce, aka Joey.
He didn't listen to he gave up on this last episode too. Yeah. I think my whole chat tried, and after like 2 minutes, they're like,
I think after 2 minutes we were done also, but we were like, let's just.
I told them 5 minutes in. She texted me, "That's all I got." So irritated.
It's really what I had. So, you know what? It was a crazy day for me. So I'm just gonna let that slide.
If you want more episodes of the Sispatch, please leave a comment because who knows how much longer this is gonna go on.
That's so sad.
Mom and Dad will be so mad.
Yeah,
Mom and Dad would be so
sad. I just don't know.
We still have a couple people we want to bring on, so I think it's more so just making the time to sit down and yeah. So we'll figure it out, y'all. I don't know. Maybe we should move it to every other week instead of every week. Would that be more manageable for you?
I mean, maybe.
She's the one, y'all. She's the one that we're waiting on.
We'll talk about it off the pod, but I did have one more shout out that I have to give or else I'll get in trouble. I have a friend who recently injured their ankle. Shout out to Toph because she fell and twisted her ankle and was like, I think I deserve a shout out. So this is your shout out.
Shout out, Tiff.
Heal.
We love you, girl.
We love you, girl.
All my life, I pray for someone like you.
Hey, you.
Do I have any shout outs this week? I always shout out the same people because they're like my besties for the resties.
Do it.
I got my girl Map. Oh, I'm gonna give my girl Mapped a shout out actually because I went and saw her this past weekend. Mapped and her fiance Darren, and they took such good care of me. Mapped gives me, she's my esthetician. She's taking virtual clients, y'all. So hit up Mapped.
At Mapped.
Let me get her Instagram. I think it's Mapped Aesthetics. I honestly think that's what it is.
I need to get myself a esthetician.
It is Mapped, MAPT .aesthetics on Instagram. She is world class, highly intelligent in her field. She is going to be starting to take on some virtual clients, which that's what I started out was. So you'll get like she'll talk to you first and say like, okay, like, what do you think your skin type is? What are the problem areas? Or like, what are you wanting to improve? And then you'll send her some photos, like different angles of like I sent pretty much a whole, like pictures of my whole face and like under my chin where I was breaking out. And then also a video. I just sent her a video too. And then she kind of like guides you into like, okay, are you doing A, B, and C? Like, cause obviously like some of your diet can affect your skin and like how your skin reacts to certain things. So she goes that route, and then she also will get you products that she believes will help your skin. And it's medical grade. I guess it's called medical grade. I don't know. Medical grade products, like it's professional products that only estheticians are able to get. I don't know. Mapped, correct me if I'm wrong, girl. Actually, I think you can order them, but she knows like what is in these products can say like it's safe, it's good for your skin type, and then it doesn't just end there. Like she'll follow up with you and like she'll send you like a whole like this is like the schedule of what you need to do in the morning and at night, and then she'll check in with you like every so often, like every week or two, while like if you're introducing new products on your skin to see like how is your skin reacting. And like if you need to change something up or add something in there, then she's able to do that virtually. So yeah, mapped.aesthetics. Hit her up, girl. This beautiful face. mapped aesthetic. So I went and saw her and her fiance Darren, the coolest two people ever. We went and got some udon over in her location, and it was just, and we got some boba. It was a good time. So anyways, my girl map, my girl Hank, my girl Uni, my girl Jer, those are all
your girls.
My book girlies. I mean, I have so many girlies. Knifey, girl, Gabby, Janie, Janae.
I've never seen you have so many friends.
Val? I know, right? It's kind of crazy. And of course, Joey's my girl too.
Yep.
But if you want to be one of the girls, check me out on twitch.tv/BevinX. This is every single episode. I gotta plug me in there. Gotta just,
Yeah.
I will say I just we've had a good week in our streaming community, just uplifting one another.
That's cute.
So happy to have friends in my adulthood, because it's hard to do, and you really do see that you attract people that the same that you give out. That's the kind of people you start attracting, and it's just a nice reminder that I'm not a weirdo and that people like me.
Yeah,
I lost myself a little bit there in motherhood. So
if you want to follow my sister on Instagram too, she actually has some really good content. You can look her up on Instagram, Social by Bevin. That's Bevin, Kevin with a B. Social by Bevin. I do actually really enjoy her content. So I
haven't posted in a while, but I need to. I have it all organized. I just haven't, actually posted anything.
I love it.
But yeah, thanks. Thanks for the shouties. For me, shout out to Bevin. Girl? That's the baby.
What are you doing in my laboratory?
Shout out to Fortnite. I've been playing some Fortnite recently.
Okay. And that's all for today, folks. We hope that you've enjoyed this episode of the Sispatch with
Bevin
and Jasmine, and we'll catch you in the next episode.
Okay,
bye. Girl.
Bye. Girl. Oh my god. I'm gonna throw up right now.
I'm gonna throw